this is a vehicle from unbeatablehire.com. I turned up to a holiday there. This is the reg of that vehicle. Excuse the background noise. So going around the vehicle, this is how it's supplied actually. So it's all damaged. There are actually cracks up here. There is a massive, when you go over bumps, there is a massive kind of creaking noise, which with that being both sides could possibly be structural damage or something. But I'll go through the inside of the vehicle. What you got to watch out with these guys is when you look online for a quotation, they'll give you a quotation, they'll give you 4 minutes 59 seconds countdown to accept the quote. Read the terms and conditions, because 4 minutes 59 seconds is not long enough to read those terms and conditions. It's kind of pressure selling really, so do be careful. There are a lot of things that might concern you when it comes up with the terms and conditions. For example, vehicles fitted with tracker, they'll charge you £75 if you break the speed limit. I can't recall any others that were on there, but basically we were bombarded with emails from start to finish. Even when we had this on hire, they sent us about 4 or 5 different emails basically stating that asking if we wanted a late return, which would cost you £39 or £34 plus VAT extra. We didn't bother responding to them, and then they said, oh, we acknowledge that you want to return the vehicle late, which we don't, of course. The condition of the vehicle is pretty poor. I mean, for example, here's the examples. You see, this is hanging, so try putting it back down is a bit of a nightmare. The table's damaged, the seats are disgustingly dirty, as well as the mattress. You sleep on that, so that's pretty grim. It needs a good valet. A couple of things that didn't work. The seatbelts work on this one. This one doesn't work. So no matter what you do, how slowly you pull it, we could not get this one undone. So, and that's as far as it went really. So you couldn't actually use that seatbelt. This plug socket here, I'll just grab a plug actually. This just wouldn't work. What happens is it keeps popping out. So as you can see, it pops out at the side, and therefore it breaks the connection. So if you hold it in, it works. If you don't, it won't work. Pointless. What else was there? So there was that. The shower drains were blocked as well. They still are. I'm just going to show you now that they're blocked. Just the general upkeep of these is pretty shocking actually. I've got to be honest. As you can see, it's starting to fill up, not draining. The other one's draining fine and dandy, but this one is just holding water. So the more you keep going, as you see, it's still holding water there, so it's draining really slowly, but there is definitely a blockage there. One of the most concerning things actually was the brakes on this vehicle. I'm just not sure if they actually look after it at all. I mean, it did have quite a bit of damage on it, but if you actually have a look at the brake discs on them, they are, I mean, I can't remember what Ford state, it's like 2 mil off original before they require replacing. Although they may not be an MOT failure, when you're driving this and it weighs this much, the braking distance is ridiculous. I actually had to brake hard yesterday, and it just, no matter how hard you push the pedals, it just carried on. So I am going to show you this. So if you have a look under here with the brake disc. Unfortunately, I haven't got the right tool to measure them, but you can see there's some serious scoring on those discs. Let me just zero this. That's 0. As I say, I haven't actually got the right measuring tool. So, but we're looking at there's 1.53 just on that lip there actually. That's on one side, so if that's the same on the other side, we're talking 3mm, which is a millimetre above spec, below spec. All the discs are the same. As you can see, there's a lovely oil leak there as well, which is stemming all the way to the back as well. So yeah, that's not overly great either. I'm sure the back discs were the worst actually. Sorry, I was just trying to crawl underneath. As you can see by these back discs, they're quite rusted and pitted. So we'll have that on 0 again. Where's it there? And we're talking, that's 1.82. So that would be almost, or in fact that's on the highest lip. 1.97, 1.96. So that, if that's the same on both sides, which actually from what I can feel is worse on the other side. So that would be almost 5mm on that, which is why you get a spongy brake pedal. But just looking a little bit further, brake fluid is a hydroscopic fluid, so it should be yellow, not black. Black is an indication of water. So I suspect that hasn't been changed for a little while, which doesn't obviously help with the braking of this vehicle. So yeah, overall, this company goes in by other names as well, which I'll put in the link. So just be a bit careful. We started off with £449 for 3 nights, and it ended over 600 something, I think, with all the extras that they want you to put on. There's a lot of reviews about people not getting deposits back as well. I'm really not sure why people aren't getting deposits back when they're supplying vehicles in such a state. Actually, this vehicle, I would be ashamed to hire this one off, to be honest, especially for the money that I'm asking for it. So yeah, I mean, so the main things are the plugs aren't working, the seat belt's not working. As you see, it's not even getting back now, that little bit that I've pulled out. The drain was blocked and it stank of cheesy feet, so it really needs a good valet. But the brakes, the brake discs, that is, when you're braking, if you've got a family, you've got kids, and you're not paying the excess waiver, that's £1,250, because you can't stop in time because of these brakes are so spongy, it's unreal. So yeah, just be careful. Like I say, I will put the links up on what this company goes under, various other names. When you do a Google search for hire companies, you'll find that they'll come up in the top 4 or top 5 under different names, but they are the same company and they're registered at the same address, so be very careful. Yeah, not sure what to say, but apart from a really disappointing holiday in this vehicle. Alright, well, thanks for watching, take care, bye.